All praises to the Most High Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Rahakakadash. Double honors and salutations to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth. Shalom to the hopeful elect. Shalom to the speckled bird that's scattered around the four corners of the globe. Shalom to you, Akim and Aqua, brothers and sisters. This is your brother Kalakar coming back at you in another video. Now, I was reading this article. The universe has sped up to an extreme level. Scientists confirm. Now, the universe has sped up. If we go to the scriptures, I already had it pinned up. Matthew 20, I started at 20, Matthew 24 and 20. But pray ye that your flight be not in winter, neither on the Sabbath day. 21. For then shall it be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. Verse 22, except those days be shortened, there should be no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. So in this headline, that's telling you that the universe is sped up. That's because these Edomites, they're wiser than Daniel. And also, remember, I think that's in Ezekiel. It's in Ezekiel. The 28th chapter. I highlight it. So remember, they're wiser than, wow, it's like here. Ezekiel 28 and 3, behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. There is no secret that it can hide from thee. So these Edomites, they're wiser than Daniel. They're not, on Daniel's level, but they just as wise because they search out everything. They search out everything with their science and whatnot. And even in Daniel, the 12th chapter, it goes into Daniel 12 and 4. But O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book, even to the time of the end. Meaning shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased. So the knowledge that's on the left hand side is being increased because of the sake of the Lord. So these Edomites, these wicked top elite Edomites, starting with the top elite, they can devise their plans and the Lord is going to destroy it, But that's going into, their new world order and things of that nature. But the knowledge shall be increased. So this article from 2 days ago, the universe has sped up to an extreme level, scientists confirm. So let's read a little bit. There's a video if you want to go check it out. Just type in the universe has sped up to an extreme level, and a bunch of folly. It's just a bunch of folly. But we're going to read a little bit and see what we can pull from it. I don't know why. It's like, hold on. Look at the video. Well, it's not like, hold on. Let's see something. I'm gonna read this real quick. The universe went into extreme slow motion at its beginning and has dramatically sped up since scientists have found the discovery predicted by Albert Einstein, whatever. General theory of relativity was finally confirmed after scientists observed the universe soon after the Big Bang. So we know there wasn't no Big Bang. Scientists is like to, they're in Egypt, they say one of their gods, ejaculated, and that was the Big Bang. They got this theory out that everything just exploded and then everything came into space. And when you read Genesis, the first chapter, in the beginning, God, which that God there is Elohim. It means plural. Allah, it means power. Hayim, God, angels. Elohim, plural, angels, powers. So this was Yahweh Shah, who the world calls Jesus Christ, and the angels in the beginning, creating the heaven and the earth. So the Big Bang has nothing to do with that. The Lord created everything that you see. It was the architect, the Most High, Yahweh, gave the blueprint, and he gave it to Yahweh Shah and the angels to make the world that you see today. The water, the trees, the mountains, the fish, the animals, every single thing that you see today, the Lord was the architect, or Yahweh was the blueprint, and the Lord and the angels made everything you see. So this Big Bang theory is off. It's very off. And theory of relativity, I believe I have that up here. Well, let's see what that says. This is just Edomites trying to figure out the Lord, in this creation. But they can't, because they're not the children of the Lord. They're not the children of the light. So they're going to always have a hard time trying to figure it out, even though they're wise, but they're wise on the left-hand side, not on the right-hand side. The Lord has two sides. If you didn't know, the Lord deals with a balance. Proverbs 11. Yeah, false balance is abomination to the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, but a just weight is his delight. So the Lord deals with a balance, What I mean by that, he has left hand, he has a right hand, and he controls both sides by balance. That's a balance. You gotta have love and hate, like in Ecclesiastes, third chapter, talks about a time to do this and a time not to do this, a time to do this, time to love, a time to hate. That's balance. Jacob have I loved, Esau have I hated. That's balance. The Lord hates, the Lord loves. If you don't have hate and you don't have love, you're out of whack. If you're leaning all the way to one side, you're not in balance. You're abomination to the Lord. So the theory of relativity usually encompasses two interrelated physics theories by Albert Einstein: special relativity and general relativity. Special relativity and general relativity, proposed and published in 1905 and 1915, respectively. Special relativity applies to all the physical phenomenon in the absence of gravity. So basically, motion, E equals mc squared. They're trying to say, what he's saying is energy and mass is pretty much on the same level. They're interchangeable in such a way, which we haven't been given. We don't know everything. The Lord ain't gave us everything to know, right as of right now, because we're such in a low state. As we're coming back into the knowledge, and when we get into the kingdom, we'll have all that understanding. But the Lord, the Lord don't reveal everything to the people, or to his prophets. What's that? I think it's Ecclesiastes. Salakia. Look for Ecclesiastes. It might be 49 or 17. Salakia. Salakia, give me a second. It's 42. Ecclesiasticus 42, Salakia. I had to look in my red Bible. I highlighted. The Lord hath not given power to the saints to declare all his marvelous works, which the Almighty Lord firmly settled, that whatsoever is might be established for his glory. So the Lord ain't gave, to his saints. Who is the saints? It's the Israelites. Psalms 148. He hasn't given everything to like the zodiac sign. This is all Jake. Jake is the former of all things. So Jake came up with this stuff, and the heathen obviously got our records, and they're doing their copying and things like that. They're trying to figure out, but they'll never figure it out. They'll never truly come into the knowledge of everything, because I believe that the scripture says the Most High is not in all their thoughts. So what's this? Jeremiah 10:16, a portion of Jacob is not like them. He is the former of all things, and Israel is the rod of his inheritance. The Lord, Yahweh Shema Shah of hosts, is his name. So Jacob is the former of all this stuff, this scientific stuff. The word science goes back to know. And they don't know, any, they don't have the light. They got it from the left hand side, through wickedness and everything, like through it, like CERN. Have you ever heard of CERN? What is CERN? A mission at CERN, our work helps to uncover the universe is made of and how it works. So they got this big supercomputer type deal that trying to look into the future, and they don't know what's going on. Because remember, it's from the left hand side, and the Lord controls the left hand side as he controls the right hand side. Back to the article. The Big Bang Theory. You see, that's false. Yeah, because even going back to Genesis, and the powers. Remember, Elohim, and the powers said, Genesis 1-3, and the powers said, "Let there be light," and there was light. So where's the bang? Where's this explosion? Verse 4, and the powers saw the light, and it was good, and the powers divided the light from the darkness, and powers called the light day, and the darkness be called night. And the evening and the morning was the first day. So the first day, one day with the Lord is 1,000 years. I said in Peter, 2 Peter. Let's get that real quick. 2 Peter. And this is basic scriptures, There's something, on the spirit. I saw this article, and as soon as I saw this, I got to do a lesson on it. I got to bring out some precepts to it. But beloved, 2 Peter 2:8, but beloved, be not ignorant of this one thing, that one day with the Lord as 1,000 years, and 1,000 years is one day. So taking it back to Genesis 1:5, and the powers called the light day, and the darkness be called night, and the evening and the morning were the first day. So the first day, remember, one day with the Lord is 1,000 years. So it took 1,000 years to, get that light from the day and get it right, to what it is now. It's still the same coordinates. The Lord rested on the seventh day, so 7,000 years. So the earth is not, we'll get into the articles, because I think Einstein theory suggested that we should be able to see the distant universe when it is much older than it is today, running much more slowly. But scientists have been able to actually look that far and confirm the theory. Now scientists have used bright quasars as a sort of space clock, CERN, allowing them to measure time when the universe was much older than it is today. What? much older than it is today. Looking back at the time when the universe was just a billion years old. Remember, I just went over Genesis 1 and 7, or 1 and 5. And then we went to 2 Peter 3 and 8, that one day with the Lord is 1,000 years. So this billion year stuff, that's pseudoscience. That's what it is. It's pseudoscience. As a matter of fact, let's get a precept, because we know the earth is not that old. These Edomites like to think that, and they put that pseudoscience stuff on there. So like you. Let's go to Timothy 6. O Timothy, keep that which is committed to thy trust, avoiding profane and vain babblings, in opposition of science falsely called so. So this is false science. This is something false to know. Looking back at the time when the universe was over 1 billion years old, we see appearing that to flow 5 times slower, said Durant Lewis from the University of Sydney, lead author of the new research. So looking back, and it said that the universe was just 1 billion years old. Why would it, man? That's you see how false that is. And this thing, if we've been here for 1 billion years, or this, it don't make any sense. Esau would not be in power after 12 billion years, whatever they say. 12 billion years. That's such madness, man. Such madness. If you were there in this infinite universe, 1 second would seem like 1 second would seem like 1 second. But from our position, more than 12 billion years into the future, that early time appears to drag. See, that's confusing. That's why we're in Babylon the Great. Babylon means confusion. That's a confusing title, or confusing saying. But from our position, more than 12 billion years ago, that early time appears to drag. So, like I said, man, this is for the elect. The elect, the days are shortened. They see that happening, right? The days are shortened. Professor Lewis and other researchers gathered data from 200 quasars. From the research, quasars are very active supermassive black holes that sit in the middle of the early galaxies, and hence provide a reliable way to look back at a much younger universe. Let's get one in Job 13:7. Because people like to say, oh, science is going to get us out of this. Science. Man, fuck your science. You don't even know. Salakia. But ye, Job 13:4, but ye are forgers of lies. Ye are all physicians of no value. So they don't know what's going on. Oh, doggy, sorry. Salakia. They don't know what's going on. Their position is of no values. That's why they can make a statement like this blasphemy statement, like the earth is 12 billion years old. And people believe that, man. People believe that, and they believe that the earth is going to be destroyed, when clearly in Ecclesiastes 1 and I think the 8th verse, the earth abide forever. Let's get that real quick. Oh, 1 and 4. One generation passes and another generation cometh, but the earth abide forever. The earth is always going to be here. You people that's trying to go live in space and all of that stuff and go live in Mars. I got an Edomite man tell me the other day, oh, we're going to go live in Mars. We're going to go populate the universe. We're going to go populate these planets. These damn wicked ass, evil ass people, man. Can't wait for the Lord to take these people out, man. Take them out, Lord. Man. Catching a lot of hell. Take these people out, Lord. Take them out. Take them out. Let's go back to the article. Provide a reliable way to look back as much a younger universe. Previous researchers have done the same using supernova or massive exploding stars. Those are useful, but they are also difficult to see at the very, very long distance of the early universe, meaning that the confirmation was limited only to about half the age of the cosmos. Cosmos. That means, in the Greek, set up a time arrangement, a government. Now, by using quasar scientists, we're able to look much further back to just a tenth of the age of the universe, which is only a billion years old. Thanks to Einstein, we know that the time and space are intertwined. And since the drawing of time and the singularity of the Big Bang, the universe has been expanding. So yeah, these people don't know. Let's go to Wisdom of Solomon, 7th chapter. Because the Lord gave this knowledge to the children of Israel. He didn't give this knowledge to the Edomites or the other nations. They might like to think they know, like in Daniel 12, remember, shut up the book. Knowledge shall be increased. The knowledge is being increased, but it's on the left-hand side. Wisdom of Solomon 7, and I start at the 17th verse. Let me start at 16th verse. For in his hands are both we and our words. Balance. All wisdom also and knowledge of workmanship. For he have given me the certain knowledge of all the things that are, namely, to know how the world was made. Science, to know how the world was made, and the operation of the elements, the beginning, ending, and the midst of the times, the alteration of the turning of the sun, and the changes of seasons. When the Israelites was in the wilderness, they didn't have a calendar. I think that video on the article, it goes into the Egyptian calendar, the Julian, and there's one more calendar that the Greeks had or something like that. But these are false calendars. These are things we tell time by the moon. We tell months by the moon. That's what it goes back to. You tell time by the moon. When the Israelites were in the wilderness for 40 years, they didn't have a calendar. They looked up at the moon and was able to tell months and time by the moon and by the sun. The sun, when it's straight above you, that's 12 noon. When it's setting, you're going into Eve. When the sun go down, when it's setting, when it rises, which way it's rising in the east and it's setting in the west, when it's right above you, when it's 3 o'clock. Like, these are stuff how to tell, how to tell time. Let me keep reading. The circuits of years and the position of stars, the nature of living creatures and the furies of wild beasts, the violence of the winds and the reason of man, and the diversities of plants and the virtual roots. This is Yahweh speaking. He was the one who made this, and it's King Solomon coming back and explaining to you that the Lord gave us all of this. Especially it's talking, the angels. And such things are neither secret or manifest, them I know. For wisdom, which is the worker of all things, taught me, for in her is an understanding spirit, holy, one holy, manifold, subtile, lively, clear, undefiled, plain, not subject to hurt, loving the thing that is good, quick, which cannot be latted, ready to go to do good, kind to man, steadfast, sure, free from care, having all power, overseeing all things, and going through all understanding, pure and most subtile spirits. For wisdom is more moving than any motion. She passes and goeth through all things by reason of her pureness. I can read one more. For she is the breath of power of the Most High, and a pure of influence flowing from the glory of the Almighty, therefore cannot be defiled thing into her. So understanding the times and understanding the wisdom of the Lord, that He gave us, it's a beautiful thing to have this wisdom, especially in these times. We're hoping to be part of that elect number when those missiles go off and everything start going Jacob's trouble and things go south. We're looking for protection, and we're looking for Yahushua to protect us and come get us out of the world. Salakia. Daniel 1:4, children in whom was no blemish, but well favored and skillful in wisdom and cunning and knowledge and understanding science, to know, and such as had ability to stand in the king's palace, and who they might teach the learning of the tongue of the Chaldeans. This is Daniel. Was it Shadrach, Abednego, and what's the other one? I forget. Salakia, forgive me. It just was on my mind. But was it Misha? No. Hananiah, Azariah, Miss Hale, Miss Hale, Salakia. Was it Meshach? Yeah, Meshach. Oh, it's right there. Salakia. And Daniel 1:7 gave names to who the prince of the eunuchs gave names for he gave unto Daniel the name of Belteshazzar, and to Hananiah and Shadrach, and to Mishael and Meshach, and Azariah and Abednego, Salakia, these names. But these is who the king called down, because they had the wisdom and understanding of the times. They knew the science. They knew. So you can look up this article and read it. I'm not going to read too much more of it. It's just, you can look at the video and all that up here in the top and get more understanding. But I just wanted to bring out a few precepts on this title. The universe has sped up to a extreme level. Scientists confirm. So with that said, I want to give all praises to the Most High Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Rahakakadash, the water. All praises to all honor, glory and honor, and salutations to the apostles of the elder of Great Millstone. Shalom to the hopeful elect. Shalom to you, Akim and Aqua. Also, you little children out there that be listening to the videos. Shalom to you, and hope we make it out of here. The hopeful elect. I hope